Hello my friends, welcome back to another episode of Banner Saga 3 with me, Notorious BLT. So, you may be wondering, why am I seeing this screen again? Well, I'll tell you why. For whatever reason, the game did not save. So, I had to redo this fight. And also redo all of my stat allocations, and ability points, etc. So now, I don't know what we had before, Ivor has Hopeful, level 3. I leveled up a whole bunch of other people. The only one that got injured in this whole thing was Ivan. So we should be okay, I think. Volka called it. When the Warped came, they came hard. There's no doubt anymore that Bulwark has some kind of command over them. And if it's not obvious, I don't know if I already said this, but I did redo that fight. Off camera, because I didn't feel the need to do it on camera. Volka comes stomping towards you and Juno, flicking smoldering ash from her shield. She doesn't look happy. Let's get something straight, Juno. You drag us out here as captives, and now Bulwark's trying to hunt us down and kill us. Do you see how messed up this is? And back there you try to give my ravens orders? Tell me again when we're allowed to rest. Go on, say it to my face. Everyone calm down. What would you have me do, Volka? Oh no, don't you dare pretend to be the reasonable one right now. Steam plumes from Volka's nostrils like an angry yaks, swirling through the cold air. I don't even want to hear your voice. The ravens are under my command. If you want anyone watching your back instead of putting a knife, what if Ivor spoke on my behalf? You know what? That sounds like a great idea. You two need to find common ground. The only common ground is fixing this. After that, no promises. Ah, shit. Alright, well, sure. There you go.
The god stone ahead shimmers. It seems to hold some sway over the darkness somehow. Or maybe the darkness itself finds them distasteful.
Those are more people. And... is that a dredge? Golden glow greets you, the first warmth you've felt since entering the darkness. Disheveled women and children huddle on one side of the godstone while a dredge sits on the other. The dredge has arranged a circle of obsidian stones around itself, and just outside that lie the bodies of a couple dead men. At this sight, Ollie grins. Then he frowns. I have a feeling this is about to become our problem. Oof. Oh. Hilda. Praise the gods. Someone has finally come carrying a divine light. Not exactly. The matronly woman's face falls as she gets a better look at you. I know that crest. Ravens. She points with an accusing, shaking finger toward the stone singer. What is this? Have you brought more dredge to slaughter us? Oh. The stone hurler stands within this ring of stones, warbling loudly as you approach the godstone. The old woman recoils in disgust. Well, how interesting. This one is terrified of you, Ivor. How do you know that? Because she said so. Called you Destroyer. I'd heard of the Destroyer before, but I had no idea I was traveling with him. Is it really you? They speak of you like we do Bellower. Thought you'd be bigger. It's a misunderstanding. Where would you hear such a thing? Traveling with the Valka, but you do know where we are headed. You're an interesting one, Ivor. We should talk more. The old woman rejoins you again. After a heated battle of whispers with her kin, she clears her throat. I'm called Hilda. We came here to pray when the skies darkened. I guess I don't need to tell you we're only alive now because of this godstone. A miracle. And they say the gods are dead? Then this slag comes from nowhere. It attacks us. Killed their husbands and mine as well. Aye, a right miserable sow sucker he was, but an injustice to be killed by this thing. She gestures rudely at the stone hurler. It makes a hissing sound like escaping steam. Quiet, filthy thing! You'll take us somewhere safe, surely. Surely you will. The opposite, you don't want to go where we're going. Gods alive, has everyone lost their minds? At least give us justice. Don't leave this slag alive to kill us and eat our children. Alfred, what's the dredge's side of the story? Hilda bristles at the implication. Alfred taps her spear, and the horns vibrate with a faint hum. The dredge sings a soft response. They are actually really creepy and kinda awesome. She says they left her no choice but to defend herself. Stuck here, same as them. By the gods, we found by the only slag lovers in the dying world. She snatches something shiny from the hands of one of her kin, waving it in front of you. This is what the ravens need, isn't it? You disgusting vultures. Family heirloom worth more than it looks. I say we just bring the stone hurler along with us, Ivor. I mean, we've already got one. You said it was terrified of me? Then she won't put up much of a struggle, will she? What are you talking about? Kill it already. Kill it! Convince the stone hurler to come along. Alfred speaks to the dredge again. It shows little emotion, but that may just be because it lacks facial expression. Quite the motley crew you've gathered together, Destroyer. Or you gathered, Destroyer. Don't call me that. I'm serious. Hilda pockets her heirloom, offering only low curses, angry that the dredge lives on. Way to be an asshole, dude. Oh, we can finally fucking rest. Holy shit. Okay, now what the hell does this new thing do? Strength damage when stationary, plus 3 will, plus 1 will per turn. 1 break, plus 2 will talents. Holy fucking shit. Castaway. Okay, strikes a target solidly in the head, leaving the target dazed, unable to exert herself or himself for an extra move. Okay. Holy shit, that's actually a really good chunk of damage. Oh, you have 3 points, huh? Dude, with 3 break, I gotta give you exploit. I gotta give you exploit. Okay, we definitely want to rest and let Ivan recover. You're basically all set. Shit. That. Oh, no, no, no! Okay, it's not disaster. For a second I thought this was utter disaster, but it's not. I was like, oh god, did I hit ready to go to combat? But there's no combat. Oh, it's late. Maybe we get some of our other people to level 10 before we do new members. That makes sense. You're already set on your crit, etc. So I think we give you more willpower. Because you also use it quite a lot for hucking things and doing stuff. Apostate, you're not max. Okay. You know what, though? Yeah. Oh, I see. That actually makes a lot more sense for having it on Ivor, because Ivor is so huge. I mean, well, all the Varl are huge. Shit. kind of tempted to beef you up as well. Stonewall is just redonkulous. And Bloody Flail is also horrendous. I don't see why not. Okay. I should also upgrade Alfred when we get the chance. Yeah. What would I do? Give her a chance to regen even more willpower. Seems reasonable to me. Oh, fuck. I can't put that on anybody because I didn't level anybody at the 12. Oh, it's late. As I said, please excuse the brain farts. I don't like that. I don't like that. Alfred finds a quiet moment to make her way over to you, leaning on her staff. Why didn't you tell me, Varl? Tell you what? About being the destroyer? It isn't something that comes up often in conversation. You have to excuse me. I don't always know how to speak with people. I spent a lot of time alone, or with the sculptors. Sculptors? Well, more precisely, they say something like, we who shaped the stone, but it's close enough. You didn't think the dredge called themselves dredge, did you? There's quite a lot I've learned from them. Some things you may know, many secret. Alfred awaits your reply. How'd you learn mending out here on your own? Mending? Bah, call it what it is. We pluck at the threads of reality. Almost anyone can see them, if you know how to look. Who do you think taught the teachers? The gods? And who taught the gods? Even godlier gods? Anyway, you see my point. Don't think so highly of your mender friends. They're more dangerous than they let on. How do you mean? I trained to be a mender when I was just a girl. They tried to kill me, believe it or not. The Varl right there was the one sent to do it. She points a finger at Bercy, snoozing on the hard ground. I don't think he even remembers me. I looked a little different back then. But I escaped. Not before learning some things. They train their simple-minded menders to heal stubbed toes and raise walls. It's a fine distraction from the powers the Valka really wield. But if an apprentice doesn't have the skill to control their powers, they're a threat to the mender's reputation. And if you show too much skill, well, you're an even bigger threat. So the sculptors see you as a friend. You all need to stop looking at everything as us and them. Some of them are friends, others are not, the same as any people anywhere. Oh, I understand how hard it can be to see past your differences, impossible sometimes. But so many don't even try. What kind of secrets are you talking about? What? For nothing? I'm nothing if not a trader of knowledge, you know. The rarest secrets don't come cheap. How about this? In exchange for telling me how you became the destroyer, I'll tell you something you may find quite important. What do you say? Promise to keep it to yourself. I do. The Sunder I killed, Raze. It was no legendary battle. When I brought her head back to the other Varl, they invented their own stories. The truth is, I got separated from my allies and found her out in a snowstorm alone. She was cradling an infant. My axe accidentally killed the child. She didn't even put up a fight after that. Indeed, it was Bellora's child, Ivor. How can you... Are you certain? Completely. Consider that our trade. There is more to tell at another time, maybe. We should be going. After you. Just one more thing. Our friend looks at you with curiosity. Are those Varl horns on your staff? Our friend laughs with a genuine mirth. Nothing to worry about, Ivor. They were a gift that I treasure very much. You see, I have friends of all sorts. But as you said, we should be going. Another story for another time, perhaps. I think resting, as long as we did, may have been a mistake. You notice Falca standing alone, arms crossed, sporting a deadly scowl. Everything alright? Yeah, we're doing great. Our leader is hunting us down. We've been kidnapped by witches, and now we're arguing about how many dredge we can save along the way. It's the kind of thing a little girl grows up dreaming about. I get your point. She glares at you through narrow eyes. How did women get accepted by the Ravens anyway? Is this the part where you ask me about my past? We talk about family and hug? Eat some black snow, Varl. These guys all chose to be here just like me, that's the truth. That's all the family you need to know about. Considering you didn't even mention family, you doubt that's the whole story, but you let it drop. She glares at you through narrow eyes. You still care about Bulwark. You trying to piss me off? Imagine little Alette hunting you through the darkness, trying to rip your throat out. Now imagine some arse accuses you of having feelings about it. You notice Folka's hand instinctively go to the axe Bulwark had thrown at Ivan a few days back. What do you plan to do with the axe? Its name is Claw. And what I plan to do with it is my business. Can we agree to keep it tucked away? If the sight of it scares you, then yes. I'll keep it safe and snug right here. I'm not suicidal, Ivor. I'm not going to plant it in a Velka's skull. Not right now. She glares at you through narrow eyes. Are you always this pleasant to be around? I never asked to be around you. I always heard the Varl like their space. You're not wrong. Must be nice to be accepted for something like that. My kind treat you like you're diseased if you don't act right. But the Ravens, they don't judge. It's not like I want to be completely alone. I just don't need tedious, pointless conversations with every idiot who has an idiot opinion. Go on. Oh, damn it all. You got me talking about my... Are we done here? She glares at you through narrow eyes. We should keep moving. I get why you came over now. Juno's ready to go. No, I came on my own. You know, I used to be great at telling when someone is lying. But it sure is harder. It sure is harder these days, isn't it? You know what I mean. Let's get something straight. I'll take talking to you over Juno, but you're no Raven. And whatever happened to Bulwark, I'm not convinced that he doesn't have a good reason for what he's doing. So don't give me a reason to let him, and don't try to get close and friendly. Take it easy. I don't like this any more than you do. Take it easy. That's not part of the job. Bad things happen when I let my guard down. Now excuse me while I gather the unkindness. Unkindness? That's what they call a flock of ravens, Ivor. Fitting. I think I should have chosen a different line there instead of, like, cool it down or whatever. We didn't have any... No, we don't have any extra round. All right. Oh, God, the odds. All right, let's leave. See you, weirdos. I honestly just can't imagine taking an extra person who's actually going to do us any goddamn good. God, this is horrible. Does it worry anyone else that they've somehow gotten ahead of us, asked Valgard? What once was a hill has been twisted into a thin strip of land, pulled along like spider silk, with a steep drop beneath. Warped shamble back and forth across it, but Bulwark is nowhere in sight. They don't need rest, Volker realizes with a shudder. Bulwark can't confront us directly. Not while the Valka live. He's going to thin the herd all the way to Ridgehorn. Fan spits Ollie. It's exactly what we'd do, isn't it? I hate it. You consider an approach. Let's ask Folka's tactical advice. If it were us, we'd lure them across, lay archers to hit them from the wings, while spears come up and fill the retreat, says Folka. Something tells me the warp can't coordinate like ravens, though. But what would Bulwark do with a bunch of drunk idiots? Folka mutters, and thinks for a while. He'd make it look like a trap, so we try to get fancy. My gut says we just rush it. Ollie has already drawn an axe. You consider your approach. Yeah, let's fight our way across as quickly as possible. Nobody stops until we're across, you bark. Ravens advance quickly. The warped are slow to respond. Slinger shouts Volca, noting warped dredge hiding just over the ridge. Rush them! Thing is, with you, it don't matter if they're slingers, because they're going to explode all of them. Okay, Castaway. I still feel like... You're so creepy. But so cool! Don't want to take you with me this time. Only got 10 armor. I think we're just going to keep Castaway where she is. But we're going to catch you all in the next episode, folks. I hope you all did enjoy this one. If you did, you know what to do. That's going to be for me, Notorious BLT. Hope you have a fantastic day, and I will catch you all next time. Bye-bye, folks.